Deep within the uncharted depths of the Amazon rainforest, a team of researchers stumbled upon an extraordinary find. It was an enormous, fossilized egg, perfectly preserved despite its age. The sheer size of the egg was astounding, dwarfing any known bird or reptile species.
This is no ordinary fossil. It's a window into a time long past, a time when giants ruled the Earth.
Dr. Elena Ramirez, a renowned paleontologist, immediately recognized the significance of the discovery. Dr. Ramirez and her team meticulously extracted the egg from its resting place, handling it with utmost care. They transported it to their high-tech laboratory, nestled deep within the heart of the rainforest. The air crackled with anticipation as the scientists prepared to examine their prize. They used state-of-the-art imaging technology to peer inside the egg, hoping to unlock its secrets. The images revealed a perfectly formed embryo curled up inside, seemingly frozen in time.
The embryo is alive. Despite being millions of years old, the creature inside the egg shows faint signs of life.
Excitement rippled through the lab as the scientists realized the impossible. Dr. Ramirez knew that this was a discovery that could rewrite history. It was a chance to bring back a creature from the past to study a living dinosaur. However, she also understood the risks involved. There was no telling what would happen when the egg hatched. The decision was made to move the egg to a secure facility, equipped to handle any eventuality. The team packed the egg with the utmost care, knowing that the fate of the world might very well rest on their actions. Little did they know, their discovery was about to plunge the world into chaos, unleashing a force that humanity might not be able to control. The age of dinosaurs was about to return, and with it, a fight for survival unlike any humankind had ever seen. The fossilized egg, now safely housed in a state-of-the-art facility, became the center of attention for the scientific community and the world alike. News of a potentially living dinosaur embryo spread like wildfire, igniting both excitement and fear in equal measure. People around the globe debated the ethics and potential consequences of bringing back a creature from a bygone era. Meanwhile, Dr. Ramirez and her team worked tirelessly, monitoring the egg and preparing for the possibility of a hatching. Days turned into weeks, and the anticipation grew with each passing moment. The scientists analyzed every flicker on the monitors, every change in temperature, every tremor that emanated from the ancient egg. They knew they were on the verge of something monumental, something that could change the course of history. The world watched with bated breath, waiting for the moment of truth.
We are on the verge of something monumental, something that could change the course of history.
Then, one fateful night, the impossible happened. Cracks appeared on the surface of the egg, spider-webbing across its massive form. The tremors intensified, shaking the very foundations of the facility. Dr. Ramirez and her team watched in awe and trepidation as the egg began to hatch. The air grew heavy with anticipation, a mixture of excitement and primal fear. The hatching was not a gentle process, it was a display of prehistoric power. The creature inside, fueled by millions of years of instinct, broke free from its fossilized prison with a deafening roar. A new era had begun. The age of dinosaurs had returned, and humanity was woefully unprepared for the consequences. The creature that emerged from the ancient egg was unlike anything anyone had ever seen. It was a dinosaur, yes, but a dinosaur unlike any depicted in textbooks or movies. It was a marvel of genetic engineering, a testament to the power of nature to adapt and survive. It was smaller than anticipated, resembling a velociraptor, but with a chilling intelligence glinting in its eyes. The creature, disoriented at first, quickly took in its surroundings, its instincts kicking in. The facility, designed to contain the unknown, proved to be no match for the prehistoric power of the dinosaur. It tore through steel and concrete as if they were paper, its primal rage fueled by millions of years of pent-up survival instincts. Alarms blared, echoing through the facility as the creature rampaged through the corridors, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The staff, caught off guard, scrambled for safety, but some were not fast enough. The dinosaur, driven by instinct, attacked, its speed and agility unmatched.
This is a catastrophe. We were not prepared for this.
News of the breakout spread like wildfire, throwing the world into a state of panic. Governments scrambled to respond, mobilizing their forces to contain the threat. The scientific community, initially ecstatic about the discovery, was now burdened with the guilt of unleashing a potential catastrophe upon the world. Dr. Ramirez, watching the chaos unfold on the monitors, was overcome with remorse. Her dream of studying a living dinosaur had turned into a nightmare. The escaped dinosaur, now free in the outside world, was a harbinger of things to come. Its escape was just the beginning. The world stood on the precipice of a new era, an era where humanity was no longer the dominant species. The fight for survival had begun. The escape of the dinosaur sent shockwaves across the globe. What was once a scientific marvel had now become a global crisis. News channels were inundated with images of the creature's rampage, stoking fear and uncertainty worldwide. Governments struggled to contain the panic, deploying military forces to track down the elusive dinosaur. However, the creature, adapting quickly to its new environment, proved to be a formidable adversary. It vanished into the wilderness, leaving behind a trail of chaos and unanswered questions.
As if the escaped dinosaur wasn't enough, reports started pouring in from different corners of the world. More dinosaurs, awakened from their prehistoric slumber, were emerging from hidden pockets of fossilized eggs. These weren't isolated incidents. It was a global phenomenon. Scientists theorized that the technology used to revive the first dinosaur had somehow triggered a chain reaction, activating dormant dinosaur embryos scattered across the globe.
The world plunged into chaos. Cities were evacuated as colossal creatures rampaged through the streets. Transportation networks ground to a halt, supply chains were disrupted, and communication systems were overwhelmed. The delicate balance of the ecosystem was thrown into disarray. Humanity, for the first time in millennia, faced a threat to its very existence. The planet belonged to the dinosaurs once more.
As the world grappled with the reality of the situation, a glimmer of hope emerged from the very chaos that had been unleashed. Scientists, working tirelessly, discovered that the dinosaurs were not merely random occurrences. They were connected, drawn together by an ancient instinct, a beacon that pulsed from the very heart of the Amazon rainforest, the location of the first dinosaur egg.
In the face of unprecedented global chaos, world leaders united to form an emergency coalition, the Dinosaur Task Force. Comprised of the brightest scientific minds and the most elite military units, the task force was humanity's last bastion of hope against the prehistoric onslaught. Their mission was twofold: contain the immediate threat posed by the rampaging dinosaurs and find a way to reverse the process that had awakened them.
Dr. Ramirez, racked with guilt and determined to atone for her role in the catastrophe, became the task force's leading scientific advisor. Her knowledge of the dinosaur physiology and behavior proved invaluable in developing strategies to contain the creatures.
Military units armed with cutting-edge weaponry engaged in high-stakes battles against the prehistoric behemoths. Cities became war zones, the skies filled with the roar of fighter jets and the earth-shaking tremors of titanic struggles. The task force quickly realized that conventional weaponry was largely ineffective against the dinosaurs. Their thick hides deflected bullets, and their sheer size and strength rendered even the most powerful explosives useless.
Desperate, the task force turned to experimental weaponry, sonic cannons that exploited the dinosaurs' sensitive hearing, and electromagnetic pulses that disrupted their nervous systems. Despite their best efforts, the dinosaurs continued to wreak havoc across the globe. The task force, stretched thin and facing insurmountable odds, found themselves fighting a losing battle. The world watched in horror as humanity teetered on the brink of extinction. The need for a permanent solution, a way to undo the catastrophic chain of events, became increasingly desperate.
As the Dinosaur Task Force battled the prehistoric menace on the front lines, a glimmer of hope emerged from within their ranks. Dr. Ramirez, while studying the behavior of the escaped dinosaurs, discovered a peculiar pattern in their movements. They seemed drawn to a specific frequency, a low-frequency hum that emanated from the location of the original egg discovered in the Amazon.
This hum, Dr. Ramirez theorized, acted as a beacon, drawing the dinosaurs together. Further investigation led to a groundbreaking discovery. The fossilized egg wasn't just a container for a dinosaur embryo, it was a conduit, a biological transmitter that amplified a dormant signal embedded within the Earth's magnetic field. This signal, activated by the egg's revival, was what awakened the other dormant dinosaur embryos scattered across the globe.
Dr. Ramirez, working tirelessly with the brightest minds on the task force, devised a daring plan. If they could create a device that could generate a counter-frequency, a pulse strong enough to disrupt the signal emanating from the fossilized egg, they could potentially reverse the process, sending the dinosaurs back into their prehistoric slumber. The plan was audacious, bordering on impossible. Yet, it was humanity's only hope.
The world held its breath as the Dinosaur Task Force, armed with this newfound knowledge, prepared for their most daring and crucial mission yet, to turn back time and reclaim their planet from the clutches of the prehistoric past.